So hello everyone, we are back again with our latest video on SQL tutorial Abicacho by Abicacho Groups. And in this particular video, we are going to discuss top 10 Accenture query-based SQL interview questions, which are for roles like SQL developer, database developer, data analyst, data engineer, and so on. And these questions all are asked in the year 2025 itself. So these are very important. Okay, so move on and check the first question of today's video. So basically what we have done, we have already created tables for each of the questions, and that table details you will find out on our telegram channel, which is SQL tutorial Pikachu. So you can join the telegram channel from this particular link, or you will also find the link on our description and also on our channel description. So from there you can join and you will find out the table details. Okay, now move on and check the first question. So first what it is telling, so write a query to fetch the top 3 employees with the highest salary from an employee table. So basically the naming convention of the tables that we have done for this particular set is like table name we have mentioned, and after that we have mentioned the question number which is referring to that table. Okay, now move on to SSMS and check the table structure first. So here we have our database, which is SQL interview. So here you can see all the tables we have already created. Now open a new query window and paste this question and try to resolve this. So what it is telling, write a query to fetch top 3 employees with the highest salaries from an employees table. Okay, so this is a very simple question, and the employees table for this particular question is this employee 1. Okay, so here you can see what kind of table we have. So we have the select star from employees 1. So here we have mentioned the table name first, and then after that we have the question number it is referring to. Now execute this and check that employees table first. So here we have the employee ID, employee name, and employee salary, and out of this we need to find out those employees who have top 3 highest salaries. Okay, so the query for this will be like select star from employees, and then just we need to put the order by salary salary and in descending order. Okay, because we need the top 3 employees with highest salary, and here instead of star we need to mention select top 3 star. Okay, top 3 star from employees table, order by salary descending. Now execute this, and this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question. So you can see here we have the top 3 salaries. Okay, now move on to the next question. So next what we have, so next we have the write a query to find customers who have placed more than 5 orders in last 30 days. Okay, so this part we can remove last 30 days because in our table we have the backdated dates, so we can't compare by last 30 days. Okay, so don't worry about that. This question will also make the same effort there. Okay, now paste this question and then check the solution for this. So write down the query to find out customer who have placed more than 5 orders. So the table used for this is, we can check here the orders table, order 24. So basically order 24 means it is used in both second question and the fourth question. So first of all check the structure of the table. So select star from orders 24. So basically in query based question you need to understand the question first. So if you understand the question, then the question will be very easy, and you know how to write the SQL. So you can write the SQL by any method and resolve that question. So understanding the question is the first priority. Okay, so first of all check the orders table. So select star from order 24. So here we have the order ID, customer ID, and order date. And what we need to find out, we need to find the customer who have placed more than 5 orders. Okay, so what we need to do, so we need to write the query like select customer ID, sorry, select customer ID, and then we need to count the orders. So count order ID, order underscore ID from the orders table, and then we need the count of orders by customer. So we need to group our result set by customer. Okay, now group by customer ID. Okay, copy this and paste this here, and then last thing what we need to do, we need to filter it out where the count is more than 5. So for this we can't use where clause, because with the aggregate function we need to use the having clause. And if you need to understand these concepts in depth, then you can refer our previous videos also. So there we have explained what is the difference between having and where clause, and where we need to use the having and where clause. Okay, So here you need to use the having clause because we are using the aggregate function which is count. So having count order ID, okay, copy this and paste, having count order ID greater than 5, and this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question. Now execute this and check the result set. So here you can see customer ID 1 has the maximum number of orders, which is 6. So here we can put an alias also as total order, total ORDR. Okay, now execute this and check the result set here. Now we are getting the total order. So customer 1 has made 6 orders. Okay, and this is the only customer who has made more than 5 orders. Now move on to the next question. So this is clear, and any question, if you have any issues or you can't be able to understand, then let us know in the comment section. We will try to make you understand at that place itself. So third question, write a query to retrieve the first and last purchase date for each customer. Okay, so basically this is a good question. Now copy this and paste this. Then we will check. So write the query to retrieve first and last purchase date of each customer for each customer. So what is the table used here? So we can check from here. Transaction table is used here. Now copy this table and then first of all check the structure of the table. Then we will try to resolve the question. So select star from transaction 3 table. Execute this. So here we have the transaction ID, customer ID and purchase date. And what we need to find out? We need to find out the first and last purchase date of each customer. So basically first purchase date will be the minimum purchase date and last purchase date will be the maximum purchase date. So every trick is in the question itself. So if you understand the question, then this particular question is very easy. Okay, so write the query for this. So what we need to write? Select customer ID from transaction table, and then we need the minimum purchase date, PURCHASE, purchase date underscore date, minimum purchase date as first purchase date, PD, first purchase date. And then we need the, so we will make the query little bit clear. Now press enter here and then tab, and then we need the last purchase date. So last purchase date will be our maximum purchase date. Copy this and paste it here, then put the alias like as last PD, last purchase date. Okay, and this is the final query. For second, we need to group our result set by customer ID because we need the customer by first and last purchase date. Okay, and then group by customer ID. Okay, and this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question. Now execute this and check the result set. So here you can see customer 1 first date and last purchase date, and customer 2 first purchase date and last purchase date. Okay, this is clear. Now move on to the next question. So next what we have, the fourth question. Okay, so write a query to fetch all orders placed on weekends. Okay, so this is a very good question, and if you know the function which is used for last date or which is used to find out the weekends, then only you will be able to resolve this question. Otherwise in the interview you can't be able to resolve this question. Okay, there is no other method for this. Okay, so now move on and check how to resolve this question. So this is a very good question, and it is asked most frequently. So we need to fetch all the orders that are placed on weekends. So basically what is the table we need to use for this? So this orders table only, and this table is used in second question also, and this question also it will be used. Okay, so select star from, okay, sorry, we'll copy again, rename, copy, then paste it here and execute this. So order table, what it has? Order ID it has, customer ID it has, and order date it has. Okay, and we need to fetch all the orders placed on weekends. So for this we just need to add a single where clause where we need to mention the order date will be in Saturday or Sunday on weekends. Okay, so select star from orders where where then we need to use the function date name, where date name, and then weekday on which column? On the order date column. Okay, date name weekdays, order date column. So date name will provide the name of the day, and weekday, so it will provide Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, like that. Okay, so where date name, weekday, order date will be equals to in not equals to in, because multiple selection we need here. So in Saturday, 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 and then Sunday. Okay, and this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question. So if you know the date name function, then only you will be able to answer this, otherwise you can't be able to answer this particular question. And for date and time function, we have created a detailed video that you can go and watch on our channel. From that you will know all the date and time functions in SQL Server, because date and time functions are very important for interview perspective also, and also when you are going to work, then you are going to use the date and time function more frequently. Okay, and this is the final query for this particular question. Now execute this and check the result set. Okay, so here you can see order ID, customer ID, and order date we are getting, and also we can add this particular column value also, so that we will get the check the on which date that particular order has been taken place, as day ordered DERED. Okay, now execute this. So this is for our convenience only. Now execute this. So here you can see these orders has been taken place on Saturdays and Sundays. Okay, so this is clear. Now move on to the next question, and that date you can also match from the calendar after this particular video. So fifth question, what it is telling. So fifth question, write a query to calculate the average sale per region. So this is a very simple question. Just we need to find out the average sale per region. Okay, first of all check the table which is used on in this particular question. So order 5. Okay, so sales 5. Okay, sales table is used here. Copy this and then select star from sales 5. Okay, by the table name you can't be able means this will make you understand for which question which table is there. Okay, because multiple tables are there for these questions. So write a query to calculate the average sales per region. So first of all execute this, select star from sales 5. Then here we have the sales ID, region, and then sales amount, and we need to find out the average of sales amount per region. Okay, so north, south, and west we have. So north, south, and west wise we need the total sales amount. So the query for this will be like select region, comma, average of sales amount, average of sales amount. The column name we will copy from here, average of sales amount. Okay, and then we need to group our results set by the region, because we need the output according to the region. So group by region, sorry, copy this region and then paste it here. Now execute this, and this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question. Now execute this. So here you can see north, south, and west we are getting the average sales amount, and here you can also mention the alias as average sales. Okay, and then execute this. Then here we are getting the average sales and then the region. Okay, so this is clear. Now move on to the next question. So next what we have the sixth question. So what it is telling, write a query to find the second highest salary without using limit or top. Okay, so this is very means rarely asked question, very usually asked question. Okay, not rarely, because basically by using the top and limit we can find it out very easily, the top second salary. Okay, but for finding the top second salary without using the top and limit is a bit difficult. Not difficult means if you understand the logic, then only you can be able to resolve it. So practice more and more before going to the interview, so that you will means analyze the question how it is going to be asked, and you will be able to means prepare yourself for before the interview. So the table used for this particular question will be, first of all we will check the table. So for sixth question, what table we have the employee table only, because here we need to find out the salary. So employee table we have not mentioned 1 and 6. So you can understand this, here we have mentioned in the video, you can get the logic from here. So select star from employee 1 table. First check the result set. So here we have the employee ID, name, and the salary, and then we need to find out the second highest salary without using the limit and top. So for this what we need to use, so the query for this will be select, we need the second highest salary, so max salary from employee table, and then we need to apply the sub query here. Okay, so where salary, where salary should be less than, and what we need to mention, select max salary from employee 1. Okay, copy the table name and paste it here. Then it is the final query that we need to provide to the interviewer. So basically what it is doing, so first of all it is finding the maximum salary from the employee table using this sub query, and then in the outer query what it is searching for, it is searching for the maximum salary which is less than this particular salary, which is less than the maximum salary, so that will be the second highest salary. Okay, and this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer. Put alias here as second salary, as second salary. Okay, now control R. Why it is providing error? Correct syntax. The max salary as, now execute this and check the output. So why it is providing the error? Select max salary as second salary. So the error is coming here because of as salary. Okay, so alias cannot be, I think, started from the numerical value. That might be the issue, so we can check there. Okay, as salary second, SECOND second. Okay, this will be the fine. Now execute this and check the answer. So here you can see 95,000 is the second highest salary in this particular table. Okay, so this is clear. Now move on to the next one. So in this question we have discussed how to find out the second highest salary without using top or limit function. Okay, by using the sub queries. So on sub query we have already created one very detailed video, so that you can also go and check. So there we have discussed like what are the types of sub queries, where to use the sub queries, and what each kind of sub query will do. Okay, now we have the seventh question. So write a query to find the customer who have never placed an order. So basically in this question we need to find out those customer details who have never placed any order. So what are the tables used here? First of all we will check that. So for seventh question we have two tables. One is the customer table. Copy this and then find it out. Select star from customer table. What result it has? Execute this. Oh sorry, execute this. So here you can see we have the customer ID and customer name, and then we have the orders table. So order 7. So copy this and then execute this order table once. So select star from this order table. Execute both of them at once. Okay, so here you can see we have the customer ID, customer name in customer table, and order ID and customer ID in orders table, and we need to find out those customers who have not placed any order till yet. So here you can see third customer ID, which is Bob, has never placed any order in the orders table. No entry is there. So the solution for this is very simple. Just you need to understand the concept. So here we need to find out a left join between the customer and orders table, and we need to check for those results where the order ID is null. Okay, so the final query for this will be like select from, first we will mention the table name so that alias will work for us, from customer table, customer 7 table, and then do a left join, put alias here like A. So left join it with order table, orders 7 table. Okay, as B on A dot customer ID equals to B dot customer ID. Okay, and now what we need to find out, we need to find out those customers who have never placed any order. So we will mention just A dot customer ID comma A dot customer name. Okay, and then we need to write a filter condition like where B dot order ID is null. Okay, so those records which are available only in the customer table and not available in the order table, that will be our answer. So now execute this, and this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question. So here you can see third customer ID 3, which is Bob, has never placed any order in the orders table. Okay, now move on to the next question. So next what we have, the eighth question, and this is a very important question and very hard question also. So write the query to find the most frequently sold product in each category. Okay, so copy this and move on to SSMS. So first of all, we will check out the tables used in this particular question. So eighth question, write the query to find the most frequently sold product in each category. For eighth question, we have two tables. Like one is the product table. First of all, copy the product table and check what record it has. So select star from product table. So here you can see we have the product ID, category and product name. And then we have the sales table. Okay, so copy this sales table, sales set, and then execute this and check the results at first. Select star from sales table. Okay. Okay, so here you can see product ID we have and the quantity sold we have. Now execute both of them at once and then we will check. So here what we need to find out? We need to find out each category. So here you can see two categories are there, A and B. So each category wise most frequently sold product. So how to check the most frequently sold product? So the quantity sold will be bigger, the product will be sold frequently. Okay, so for this particular question we need to use the Windows function also. Okay, now write the query for this. So the final query for this will be like, one second. So first of all, do a select from, so join condition we will write first. Select from product A table as A, join with join with sales table, sales 8 B on A dot product ID equals to B dot product ID. Okay, so this is clear. And now what are the result we want? We want A dot product ID, comma sum of what we want, sum of, one second, sum of quantity sold we want, sum of quantity sold as total quantity, total QTY. Okay, total quantity, and then we need a one more column which is a row number that will provide ranking to each of them based on their categories. Okay, so for that what we need the row number function. So row number, row, and this is a Windows function. Okay, which is used with the over clause. So row underscore number, and it will provide one separate ranking to each of the records. So row number over, and then partition our record by partition partition by A dot category, and then order our result set, order by sum of quantity, and descending we will do because we need the most frequently sold product. So for that we need the higher amount of quantity first. So sum of quantity descending. Okay, and we have done the partition by A dot category. Okay, and this is the half query. Now execute this. First of all we need the grouping also because product ID and category are not contained in a aggregate function and not in group by, so we need to add them in group by. Group by A dot product ID, comma A dot category. Okay, now execute this first, and this is the half query. Okay, first execute this. So here you can see we are getting category wise ranking, like 1 and 2 we are getting for category A, and category B only one product is there, so 1 we are getting. Okay, and now we need to find out most frequently sold product. Okay, so we need to fetch the rank 1 product. Okay, so now I put alias here like as RNK. Now we will write we will take this particular query as a derived table, and then we will find out the final query. So select from, and then this particular query will become our derived table. Select from A. Okay, and then here we will join our product table for product name and category name. Okay, join product B on A dot product ID equals to B dot product ID. Okay, this is clear. And now what columns we required here? So we required here the b dot product name we required, okay, comma b dot category we want the category, and a dot a dot a dot total quantity we want, okay, and at the end we want only those record which has rank 1, okay. So most frequently sold product we want. So where where a dot rank is equals to 1, okay. Now execute this, and this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question. Execute this and check the result set. So here you can see apple is the most sold category in category A, and which is 90, and banana is the most sold in category B, which is 30, okay. Now move on to the next question. So next question what we have? Next we have the ninth question. So write a SQL query to calculate profit margin for each product and rank them within their category. Okay. So first of all we will check the table, then we will understand this question better. Okay. Now check the table for question number 9. So basically here we need to calculate the profit margin for each product and then rank them within their category. So basically the formula for profit margin, and this particular formula the interviewer will also provide to you. So the profit margin formula is like, first of all check the table, then we will check the formula. So for ninth we have the product table. Copy this out. Why I am telling to check the table first, will let you know. So select star from product 9. Now execute this. So here you can see we have product ID, category, revenue and cost. So the formula for profit margin is like revenue, profit margin formula is equals to revenue, revenue minus the cost by revenue, okay. And this is the formula for profit margin, and this will be provided to you in the interview also, so don't worry about that. From where you will get the formula? You will get the formula by the interviewer itself, okay. Now what we need to do, we need to find out the profit margin for each product, okay. So basically the query will be like, select, what are the columns we need to select, then we need the product ID here we want, and then profit margin. So profit margin for each product and rank them within the category. So category also we want, okay. No, category is not required. So product ID, and then the formula for this we will paste here. Select product ID, and this is the formula for profit margin as PM profit margin, okay. And then we need one ranking based on the category. So here we need the row number column, row number function to be used. So row number sorry, row number, and then over, and then here the partition will be like partition by category, and then we need to order by this profit margin, okay. Order by profit margin is our final query as rank RNK. This as also we will put down so that the query will look good, okay. And this is the final query that we need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question, okay. Now execute this and check the what results that we are getting. So here you can see we are getting product wise profit margin and then ranking based on the category. So these two 801 802 are coming in same category, so A, and this 803 is in different category which is B. So ranking for this will start from 1, okay. So this is clear. Now move on to the next question. So next is the last question, okay. So 10th question, write a query to fetch order where the total order value exceed the average order value. So this is a very simple question, and we will bring the next question series very soon. So be ready for that also, and start doing liking and sharing our channel and subscribing our channel also. So once you subscribe, then only we will achieve more and more, and then we will create the videos more and more also. Okay, so write a query to fetch orders where the total order value exceed the average order value. Okay, so the table used for this will be the 10th question. This is the order table that is used here. Copy this and then select star from orders table. Execute this. So here you can see we have the order table, order ID, customer ID, and total value. And we need to find out those orders where the total order value is greater than the average order value. So here we need the sub query concept to write this particular query. Okay, and again I am telling, after completing this particular question set, you need to go and check the sub query video also. So there that sub query is completely defined properly and very good concepts are provided there. So for in-depth knowledge on sub query, what are sub queries, where to use the sub query, and types of sub queries, you need to refer that video. Okay, so write the query for this particular question. So here we need the select, write the query to fetch orders. So select order ID we need. Okay, select order ID, comma, what we need the total value. Copy this, select order ID total value from order 10 table, where the subquery will come here, where the total value is greater than what, greater than select average of total value from orders table. Okay, so basically this subquery will provide us the average of total value. Okay, first execute this subquery. So this is providing the average of total value, which is 6500, and now this outer query will provide us the total values which are greater than this particular average total value. Now execute this, and this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question. Okay, so this is clear, and thank you for watching. Thank you everyone. Many more videos are on the way. Do like, share and subscribe. And we are also planning for a master series, as we have mentioned in our previous videos also. So once we reach the milestone of 500 subscriber, so that more and more people will benefit from that particular series, and that series will contain each and every part of SQL completely, and relational database also. Okay, so after completing that particular series, you don't need to go anywhere, you will be expert in SQL. Okay, and for data sets and scripts and other means important documents, you can join our Telegram channel, and these table scripts also we are going to load in some time on that particular Telegram group or channel. Okay, thank you everyone, and let us know in comment if you have any problem here also and in your company's project also. Then let us know, we will help you on that also. Okay, thank you everyone, thank you.